Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses related to manifesting your specific person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. So I wanted today's video to be a reminder to all of you guys that one of the major factors that is going to make you a good, if not a master manifestor, is learning to become an independent thinker, learning to think independently. And I'm going to explain why and how to do it in this video. So this is what I'll be discussing today. Stay tuned. So you guys, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to learn to think independently. How important it is to learn to find the answers within yourself. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about technical things where you might need help. I'm not talking about if you have questions about the law, things like what you ask me here in the comments, or things that I discuss with my clients in our coaching sessions. It's absolutely okay to have guidance. It's absolutely okay to ask questions. But what I'm referring to is not expecting other people to tell you what to do, to give you all the answers, to spoon feed you all the answers, which in other words translates to you avoiding taking responsibility for your life, your actions, your decisions. Becoming an independent thinker actually involves acquiring the information that you need, seeking and getting the information, and then deciding which parts of this information actually apply to you, resonate with you, come natural to you, and which parts of it you should let go of. For example, I know a lot of you in the comments come and tell me, oh, this coach said that, the other coach said that, you said that. What is the truth? And my answer is always the same or very similar, that each one of us teaches from their own experience, each one of us teaches from their own beliefs, and ultimately we all teach from what has helped us individually the most in getting our manifestations, in understanding the law better, in developing our inner processes. But the key here is that what helps me or what helps another coach on YouTube or another coach somewhere else might not be the same thing that works for you or helps you individually. And so this is why you always take what resonates from whatever you hear, not just from manifesting coaches, but from pretty much anything you hear on YouTube, in the news, anything you read, and so on. And you keep what resonates with you. You keep what applies to you. In other words, you learn to become an independent thinker. You take in the information, but it doesn't mean that you have to keep all the information. It doesn't mean that all the information is necessarily useful to you. It also means that you don't blindly follow everything that everyone says on social media, in the news, or wherever else. Because again, remember that everyone teaches, everyone gives their opinions, everyone speaks from their own perspective. So where your independent thinking comes in is in taking those perspectives, taking those opinions, and deciding which ones are for you and which ones are good to implement and which ones are not applicable to you. Which is one reason why on this channel I don't teach any individual technique. I don't push any individual technique. I'm never going to tell you guys this technique is superior to others, this technique is more successful or more effective than others, because that actually is not true. What technique or techniques work for one person may not be the same technique or techniques that work for another person. And yes, at times I have given my preferences, but I always want you guys to come up with your own processes, to come up with your own answers, and become independent thinkers and independent manifestors. Learning to do that and learning to become this way is going to help you become so much more effective in manifesting. And the reason is that you are not wasting your time thinking about what this coach said, what this other coach said, trying to implement absolutely everything and ending up overwhelmed and confused in the process. There is nothing wrong with taking some guidance, nothing wrong with taking some advice, nothing wrong with asking a question. But at the same time, you need to decide, you need to always have your awareness on whether that applies to you or not. And if it doesn't apply to you, if it doesn't come natural to you, if it feels weird to you, just let it go. The beautiful thing about manifesting is that there is not one specific way to manifest. We all manifest a little differently. And while this might sound frustrating, I know some of you are saying, oh, I wish there were like 1, 2, 3, 5 steps that I could follow and guarantee that I would have my desires. It is actually a very, very good thing because we are all unique. We are all a little different or very different. And so what works for one person is not necessarily going to work for another person. They might have to develop a different process for themselves. So what that means is that you have that many more options about manifesting your desires than being confined to one technique, one set of steps, and if you like it and if it works for you and if it resonates with you, great. But if you don't, tough luck. No, there is no such thing in manifesting. You are free to develop your own processes, your own inner practice that works for you. And that makes you an independent thinker, an independent manifestor, and it makes you someone who is much more effective because you know yourself. No one knows you better than you yourself. And so once you start trusting yourself to have the answers, once you start trusting yourself to know what is best for you, to know what resonates with you and what doesn't, that in itself makes you a much more effective manifestor because you are no longer wasting your time on trying technique after technique or trying what this coach said and what that coach said and trying the techniques of 10 different coaches and getting nowhere. Instead, you trust yourself, you trust your own inner power, you come up with your own answers that resonate with you, and that allows you to go through the process much faster, much more easily, and much more effortlessly. And usually that leads to faster, easier, more effortless manifestations. So this is why, you guys, I occasionally make these videos and I also say it in the comments a lot and I talk about it a lot with all my coaching clients. I want you guys to develop independent thinking. You need to graduate from running to me for every little thing to actually start deciding for yourself, trusting yourself, finding the answers within yourself from the information you already have. And again, I'm going to say it, it's a balance. Obviously, if you have a question, you'll ask a question. Obviously, if you need more information, you will seek out the information. Obviously, if you don't know something very well, then you start learning it. Nothing wrong in those, but what I see hindering a lot of people is when they seek to be led, to be told what to do in every step, and when they seek to be spoon-fed solutions that might work great for someone, but that might not work great for them individually. So I wanted to make this video today to give you guys some food for thought and to start encouraging you to develop independent thinking, both when it comes to conscious manifesting and also beyond in all areas of your life. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.